Good morning, everybody. We are at Zec des Martres in northern Quebec, and we just did our first ever actual camping at the spot that we hiked to kind of trip. I will show you a couple of the views. It's really nice. We are really tired. To give you guys a brief summary of yesterday, we hiked an hour in the wrong direction through like dense bushes and like going over and under branches because some lady told us that instead of following the normal route we should just keep going left, and we did that, and we ended up with lots of scratches on our bodies, but we're okay. And then we ended up hiking up here and making it like as the sun was setting, so really like at sundown. But it was a really fun adventure. I think we both enjoyed it, but we're really tired. I'm not sore, but I was sore yesterday. And we just wanted to kind of make a video about our gear, like what we brought up here for our sleeping situation. And we wanted to rate it since this is our first time.
So exhausted.
Oh yeah, maybe we should talk about how we slept.
Tried to sleep as best we can, but what was the main difficulty of sleeping? The tent.
Oh,
with the wind?
Yeah, it's extremely windy up here all night. And it was just like originally this wasn't even the spot we were going to stay at. We were going to stay over on like the rocky part of the mountain, but the wind was so bad the tent kept almost flying away, so we decided to move it to a little bit more like bushy area so that we would be surrounded by trees.
Yeah, so that it could kind of cut the wind, you know.
Yeah, but still it was really loud, so I think that's the thing that's prevented us the most from sleeping. I think from 9:45ish until 1:30 it was difficult. We were mostly just getting some like REM sleep, like light REM sleep where we were dreaming. And then from 1:30 until this morning, I think we got a bit better sleep. I did. You?
Oh, you think it was at 1:30?
Yeah, it was after everything happened, you know?
I feel like we only fell asleep at like 2 a.m. or 3.
Yeah, maybe it was like 2 to 4:30.
Oh my gosh.
It wasn't 3. It wasn't 3. Without further ado, after an extremely long 3-minute introduction, we are going to show you what camping gear we brought for our hike. So I guess the first thing we'll start with is our sleeping bags. We bought mummy sleeping bags from Decathlon. I don't know if Decathlon is like a world renowned place or
it's kind of
whatnot.
like a sports center, camping center, hunting center.
That's cheap. It's not like super expensive stuff, I would say. So yeah, we got 2 of these. We thought that they zipped together, which they didn't.
Definitely what I'm thinking is, for what we did, the current type of camping trip, 5 out of 10.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Only because I think this is definitely meant for very cold weather. And
yeah, I think they're -5, these.
And it wraps around your feet and your lower legs, so you have no space to have a balance from, you know, some cool weather and the inside of your sleeping bag.
That's true. Normally when we go camping, we bring the old-fashioned sleeping bags that all of our parents had, that are like flannel inside, and we undo them and we put one on the bottom of us and one on the top of us, and we found that that was optimal. However, they're huge, so it's really hard to hike for like 4 hours with that on your back. So that's what we bought these ones. But I kind of agree. They're really hot. They slip. They like slip a little bit. Like they don't stay in place. So I didn't find them the most comfortable. They don't zip together like I thought that they did. So I might give them like a 6. Like they pass, but they're not my favorite. So it's really hard to show you guys, but this is the mummy sleeping bag. Your head goes in here. So just imagine my head in here. And it's orange.
It's a nice color.
Okay, so the next thing that we brought is obviously a mattress pad. I will show you guys these in a second. What I like about them is that they zip together, so we don't fall apart. Like in our other camping trips with the foam mattresses, that is one thing that tends to happen, is they separate and then there's a gap. this doesn't happen because they zip together.
They're easy to install.
Super easy to install. I should have maybe made a video yesterday about it, but you just blow into it and it takes about a minute to blow them up. They are thin, so this is how thin they are.
Nice and thin. They don't lose air either.
Yeah.
Sure, they're a little hard, but they're ideal for when you're, I suppose, through camping, you know?
Through hiking.
Through hiking.
I don't even know if that's the right term. I'm gonna look it up and put it on the screen.
Basically, when you're hiking and camping at the same time.
So yeah, what would you rate them?
8 on 10.
I would rate it a 10 on 10. Honestly, I don't like sleeping on anything that's too soft. We also just listened to a really good podcast by the Happy Pair, yeah. About movement and about our bodies being able to adapt to sleeping on different surfaces. And I was thinking that I would be sore after sleeping on this because it's so thin. Although we did use them in Arizona and in California. But in the end, I thought it was really comfortable. I actually felt like I was in my own bed. I would recommend them.
I would have thought maybe just a little bit softer.
Yeah.
But
you can always take
for
some air
how
out.
compact and easy they are to transport, I guess that's the little price of it.
Yeah. Also
Which
keep in mind that like we got the biggest size because that's a big boy. So I have the same size because I want to be able to connect it to Jeremy's. So I have the same size as his. And so he weighs more than me, so his will tend to like go in more because of his weight. Mine, I'll say like more afloat, like it'll be more cushiony. So maybe that's why I have like a 10 on 10 experience and he has like an 8 on 10 experience. I feel like that's important to say.
You calling me fat?
No, I'm saying you're a big man. That's what I like about him. The other one went in like a glove. I can start packing and talking to them. This bad boy, so this is the mattress. The next thing that we obviously needed was a backpack. So yeah, I have the Osprey bag. Very good investment. 38 liter. I've been using it for the last 6 years. Brought it to Colombia. Bit expensive, but worth it because you can bring them on your hiking trips, your camping trips, your backpacking trips to other countries. So it's worth it. How I pack this bad boy. There's a little slot. That's where I put my trusty Birks because you can't travel without sandals because your feet hurt after a while. In the main compartment is where I put the sleeping bag. Then I just pile all of my clothes, which is, I have a pillowcase of clothes. Into that, don't use a pillow, I use that instead. It's the classic old camping trip pack. I end up attaching my sleeping bag on it and my water bottle and stuff. I'll show you guys like a finished look of it after. Osprey. Jeremy is borrowing my sister's, which is a North Face bag. It's a really nice one.
It's a very comfortable bag as well. Definitely.
Same thing, there's like this compartment at the top where we actually put our food in. Our food is currently in the forest. We have to go get it because there's bears here. Main compartment. And then a bottom area. So those are what our bags look like, and we like them. Next thing that we thought was crucial for you guys to know is our water bottles because they're new. We got these at Costco. They're thermal flask. They actually kept the water cold, right?
Oh yeah, they keep the water cold for a good, what is it, 24 or 48?
I think it was 48 hours for cold, 24 hours for hot. And we just decorated them with like little stickers that we got from our adventures. They're metal, obviously, that's why they're thermal flask. This part's plastic, not my favorite, but I love how big they are. I think it's like full gallon. No, it's not a gallon. It's 1.2 liters, I think, of water.
Yeah, definitely a good punch.
$40.
But for both?
For both, yeah. And I am, of course, going to leave all the links to everything in the description of the video. While Jeremy is putting away the water bottles, I wanted to talk about shoes. I have been wearing these Nikes. What are they? Zoom Pegasus 34. I've had them for at least 4 or 5 years and they're like flat now. You can see how used they are. I highly do not recommend these. They hurt my ankles, they hurt my toes, they hurt everything, and I definitely regret not getting hiking boots. Our last thing to review is our tent. We bought this tent specifically for hiking because it's smaller, like it's a circle, can kind of easily tie onto our bags. And it's a pop-up tent, so it like you open it, you unsnap it, and it goes and it opens
very quickly, especially on the top of a mountain while it's
windy.
super windy. Makes you very nervous when it pops up.
Yeah.
Might fly away in the wind, but does the job.
Yeah, this is a new tent. It's basically blackout, like it's super dark inside. You can't see through the top. There is like this part, you can't really see, but this part that's mesh, so you can see out there if you want. Do you want to rate it first? I'm
very difficult with tents. Considering my size, I'm about 6'2", so I think that I would rate it probably a 7. And that's because my feet touch the bottom. But I do like that it's blackout, so you can really sleep for as long as you need to.
I think I would rate it a 7.5 on 10. Like I'm between 7 and 8. The thing for me, I like everything about it. I like the size too. Like you can, for me anyways, I can sit up properly in it. But the thing that I don't like is they didn't make it into a better, like there's no amazing way to hook it to your bag without it like lopsiding and flipping around and everything. So it becomes very impractical, and I also feel like it's kind of wide on the bag, so at some points I was getting stuck between like 2 trees and I couldn't get out. So that's the only reason why I give it like a 7.5. But that said, I was only getting stuck when we were going up the treacherous path that we weren't supposed to be going up. Once we were on the actual proper path, everything was fine. So also Jeremy took it at that point. So anyways, that's why I give it 7.5. But yeah, maybe more of an 8. So I think that's it. That's about all the camping gear that we have to show you guys. We are going to take down this bad boy, and before we do that, I will say goodbye. I will say see you on the next video, where I will be talking about whether I prefer solo or together trips and adventuring, and whether I prefer tent camping or car camping. Kind of like a mini Q&A. We'll see you on the next video. Bye guys, thank you for watching. Bye! You don't get to fool me. Tell me that you love me.